What about your...
I'm continuing my work with the club promos here. You know, my view is that this is the best insight into how a club sees itself. There is an added bonus to this, though, is when the protagonists take on a spot of amateur theatre.
I'm Ken Hinkley, coach of Port Adelaide. Last year, we promised you we'd never, ever give up. Port Adelaide in front! And we didn't. We asked you to get us to 40,000 members, and you did. This year, with our new home ground at Adelaide Oval, let's step it up again. 50,000 members. Our promise to you is this. We will turn up, and we will never, ever give up. Because we are Port Adelaide.
Oh, that's good by Kenny.
Yeah, he's very good by Kenny.
He delivered that well. That was tone perfect, I reckon.
Yeah, no, it was good. Really good. That was the same room that they hypnotised Chad Wingard. They might have hypnotised Kenny. I've never heard Kenny speak like that before.
Dogs in Kenny.
Yeah, he's a bit of a kickback merchant, Kenny Hinkley, but he was deadly serious. I liked their theme last year. I know we're going to have David Koch in a second. Their theme last year, you know the best thing about it? They lived it.
They lived it.
That's all you can ask.
Saturday twilight is going to be a momentous day at the Adelaide Oval. It'll be a national spectacle, guaranteed anyway, and if the Showdown's anything as good as what it was the last time Port and the Crows met, well, that will really be something.
Can he handle pressure? He comes a goal. He kicks it. He kicked it! What? I cannot believe this! Wingard puts them in front!
He's put them in front!
Oh, what a go!
He's put them in front!
What a champion he is. He's 19 years of age. He's the most important footballer right now in this state.
There's a siren, Porter won!
Unbelievable.
The great train robbery at Port Adelaide. One for the ages, one for the record books.
There it is! What a go. Ken Hinkley punches the air in the coach's box.
And what a historic victory.
One of the greatest showdowns of all time.
The team for whom the ball bounced. Let's join David Koch, the president of Port Adelaide, who's in the Fox Sports studios in Sydney. Koshy, welcome.
Evening, gents. My colleague Cos Cardone calls that Port Adelaide porn. Well, we have watched the 360 package on that last Showdown about 80,000 times. It still sends a shiver up our spine.
Kochi, can you just keep the language down a little bit, please? Kids watching the show. Porn. I don't think porn's appropriate.
Great. Get on Twitter and start a furor.
You are in trouble, haven't you? Haven't you been under attack?
Don't mention the war.
I'm in more trouble than Robbo gets in. I can't believe it.
We're not quite picking up where we left off because the Adelaide Oval is almost the key figure in all of this. I'm sure the game will be great, but the spectacle resides in the return of this huge spectacle to the ground of the future and the past.
Yep, absolutely. This will be one of the most important weeks in the 144-year history of the club. We go back to our traditional home at Port Adelaide, where we won so many SA and AFL premierships, and also it's more than likely that we're going to have our licence transferred this week as well before the game. So for a club like ours and also the Adelaide Crows, it's just a massive week for both of us and one which will revolutionise the two clubs and take off a lot of the financial shackles that our club in particular has been under for the last couple of years. So it's going to be the start of a revolution, hopefully. What
will the venue do to the town, David, that you're aware of?
Look, it is world-class, Jared. It's going to be a wonderful spectacle for all of spectators to come. The facilities are sensational. It's got a great feel to it. It's got, you know, state-of-the-art stadium technology, but then still has the hill, still has the old scoreboard. You can see the cathedral spires through it, Colonel Light up on the hill. It's a fabulous mix of new and also tradition. And also, it rejuvenates both ours and also the Crows memberships too. It is so much easier to get to. For example, we ticked over 48,000 members today. Our previous record, just under 42,000, was set last year. Over 48, only coming into the second round. Our corporate sponsorship's up enormously. So, you know, it's been a real boost for us. And for a club that's been down on its luck financially for the last few years, it's a great turnaround for us.
How do we get the pecking order right at Adelaide Oval? Who's going to own this ground, Kochie?
Well, look, it's a ground for all South Australians and a ground for the Adelaide Crows as well. It's going to be a great home ground for both of us. For Port Adelaide, I suppose, just that sense of tradition, that sense of history, where we're going back to the home of, you know, something like 20 SA and AFL premierships. As a kid, I grew up watching the Magpies play in so many premierships against Sturt, against South, all at Adelaide Oval. So for us, it's a sense of resuming our tradition with a wonderful stadium in Adelaide. It will be a showpiece and great for fans of other visiting clubs. Come and visit, make a weekend of a trip to South Australia. You will see some great footy, you know, enjoy some terrific wine and great scenery. So it's going to be a great economic boost for tourism in South Australia as well.
I've been told, mate, that Adelaide are probably looking at trying to secure a Thursday night sort of spot on the calendar. Have you guys approached the AFL about trying to secure a Saturday night or a Sunday afternoon to make it your own?
Look, we'd love Friday night footy, and we put some proposals to the AFL in that regard. Our members, and we've polled our members and researched them, they prefer that Saturday twilight game that we've got this weekend, and also Saturday afternoon. They're a bit partial to as well. So Thursday night doesn't really rate on their agenda. Saturday afternoon, Saturday twilight. You know, we're a family club, we're a battler club. It's all about the fans, it's all about the kids. And, you know, you could probably get away with Thursday night, but it is a school night, and I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I think footy is for the family and should be family friendly in not only game day presentation, but also the time slot as well.
Robbo mentioned pecking order, and Port has caused upheaval to the pecking order in South Australia over the past 12 months. How important is it to win the first showdown at the Adelaide Oval?
Oh, look, it's always, you know, it's like, for Adelaide, it's like a final. It's like playing finals footy. It's a great experience for our young side. We're realists. The guys put in a sensational effort last year under Ken, exceeded all our expectations, but we're not silly. We are realists. We know that we've still got the third youngest team in the competition. We're fit. We will run all day. We will never, ever give up. But we're young. We've got a lot of learning to do, both on the field and off the field. And we just got to keep working harder. And I think that's the ethos right across the club, whether it be whether you're playing in the squad itself, or you're playing for the Magpies or our academy team, which is a massive shot in the arm for us this year to have all of our listed AFL players playing for Port Adelaide on a weekend. I think is probably the biggest achievement of the summer for us, and the program we're able to put in place.
Hey, David, I can't think of it at the moment. Can you tell me what's the contract status of Kenny Hinkley?
Ken will be with us forever, Robbo.
That'll be headlines. Coach forever. We've heard that before.
Oh, look, Ken's got another sort of, I don't want to talk too much about it, but...
Are you moving to re-sign him?
Over 2 years to go.
No.
Look, that would be on our agenda, just as the players have shown faith in us early and all re-signed early, and we've got this core squad. And you mention it all the time on 360. You've got to have a core group of players that go through with each other. And I think there's a commitment, not only amongst the players, but also the coaching group to stay together. They have a goal, they've got an aim, they've got an outcome, and they're determined to get there. And we're pretty excited about it. You can't help but think, and everyone's excited about their team at this time of the year. But over the next 2, 3, 4 years, we're pretty excited about our prospects.
Are you going to dress your crowd in uniform on Saturday?
We've got some surprises on Saturday. Can't reveal too much, but it is going to be a great night out. We said right from the very start that we wanted to bring the fun back into footy. We wanted it to be a fun family night out. And Adelaide Oval just adds to that. And Saturday night, people are going to get a taste of it.
So it's a pyjama party, Dave?
No, it's not a pyjama party. And Robbo, I know you love toga parties. It's not one of those either.
I love one at your place.
Right, that's enough for you two. Kochie, thanks a lot for your time again on 360.
Guys, thanks for your support.
David Koch with us.
He's excited, isn't he?
Yeah, that's going to be sensational.
We haven't stopped talking about Adelaide Oval. It's going to be a gem.
How important is it to win the first showdown at Adelaide Oval? This is from Jamie.
No, critical. We asked David Koch just then. Very, very critical. It's not his season defining, but you want to stamp yourself on a new arena, new environment. I say it again. I cannot wait till we have several years of playing football at Adelaide Oval. It's going to be great.